Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Utah Utes and the TCU Horned Frogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
I caught up with the Horned Frogs head coach before the game. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Horned Frogs ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Quarterback will keep it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Dampier. Out wide right, it's Parker. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
Really good job by the defense there. Understanding pass, dropping back, but not losing sight of that running back and letting that quarterback throw it to him where he can pick up some extra yards and get that 1st down. They did a great job covering the whole field and making sure that running back got nowhere.
That will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
And he dropped it, just didn't work the thing all the way in.
And I've seen some crazy things with wide receivers. Like, they want the football. They call for it just like he does here. He wants the football, but, man, you've got to make plays. And if you're going to be loud and you're going to be that guy, when the ball comes your way, you got to make plays on it, and he doesn't do it there.
Using his feet. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And you you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Back to throw, it's Dampier. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Second and long here. They've got him corralled. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking to the big tight end. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And that's why that guy plays DB and not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide receivers. That ball should have been picked off on 3rd down. Come on, man. That could have been a pick 6.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. The Utes will call on their punt team. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Payne. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Looking downfield, it's Craig. Rush right in his face. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
Sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the fourth down.
And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him fear the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Sets his feet. It's Dampier. Turns it upfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here with Parker. Knocked down immediately.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
Throwing right. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline, they've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now that they've got to find some answers.
Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Running inside, it's Payne. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Uh-oh, look out. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's past the sticks.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You're not going to fool this guy on the running back screen. They're trying to invite him up the field, rushing the passer, but he saw it too soon. He was able to stop in his tracks, locate the running back, get outside, and make a tackle. That is a very heads-up play that time by the D-end.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. Turning it on. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, TCU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield. It's Dampier. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football.
They'll try to get him on the fake. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Drops back on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Parker. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
There he goes. At the 30. He's at the touchdown, Utes. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic in the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Right back to the well. Maybe a crease. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback keeper. Oh, he's got some space. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Parker.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. This is a designed run. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Right side, it's Parker. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Moving the pocket, it's Dampier. Out wide left, it's Simmons. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
The Utes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Throws it off the RPO. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Just got rid of that one.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for blockers. They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Moves the pocket. It's Craig. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Breaks into the open. Past the 30. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. First play of this drive. Pickup of 5, it's now 2nd and 5. And the Utes headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Intercepted, and he's got a convoy with him. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Sets his feet. It's Dampier. Throws to the tight end. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's got room. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with Oregon taking on the Michigan State Spartans. And it's the Ducks engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen.
Loose in the middle.
Here now some...
And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, TCU!
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just we got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. To the air. It's Dampier. Fires left. He's got it. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
And back to the air on second down. Out wide right, it's Simmons. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. The Utes want to crank the tempo. On play action. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had the...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on fourth. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. He's changing the play. Hits the hole. It's Payne. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. 3rd and long right here. To the air, it's Craig. Looking down the middle, and he avoids the sack.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. And it'll be down right there. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.